in an orderly way. And you know that.
Okay. This is just the same question over and over again, guys. I want to talk about quickly how the market is going to react to this, and I'm sure that it's reacting to it already, and it is. Yeah, so stick around, guys. Even if you don't know anything about charting, don't worry. I'm going to break this down for you and make it really easy, as I always do. And say hi to YouTube. This is going to be going on YouTube. This is not good news we got today. So we got that, yes, we got our 25 basis point rate cut, which is good news. And then we had this rhetoric that sounded like, okay, we need to slow this down. We've been cutting rates a lot and markets are going crazy. And now we have to start some delays, which was quite scary rhetoric. And yeah, Bitcoin is already, I'm hesitant to use the word crashing, but it is dropping quickly from it was yesterday, it was at 108. Now it's at 101. So in just a single day, it's dropped, let's see, about 6%. And is this the end? Are we going to bounce soon? And after hearing this, I'm quite confident that no, we are not going to bounce very quickly from this. And of course, I can be wrong, but I think at this point we're very, very likely to have a bit of a cool off period. I can absolutely see Bitcoin. We can even turn on our fibs. This is looking. I'm gonna block this RSI for just 1 second and let this fib load in. And don't worry, I know this looks crazy. And we're going to look at Bitcoin. We can look at a few other coins, and then we can talk. So we have this pretty big candle to the downside, and we are coming to retest this 100K level at EMA 20 days. And are we going to stop there? My guess is no. My guess is that we're going to have a little bit of a cool off period. As you can see, the MACD has just flipped bearish actually once again with strong momentum, which is not a good sign. This is a bearish sign. We are over the 20-day EMA, which is again a bearish sign. Let me see. Yeah, so we're going to probably touch this stop loss at 100K, bounce a little bit, similar to what we're kind of doing now. And then we are going to continue going down. So I am getting scared. And after this video, I'm going to go take some more profit, definitely off of Bitcoin. And if altcoins haven't dropped too quickly, then I would like to shave some off of those. Let's take a look at Ethereum. Actually, really quickly, my guess is that we will lose 100K. My guess is that we are going to chop a little bit like this, kind of, for a little bit. My guess is we are going to lose 100K. Let me just see. There's 8 of you watching right now. Let's go, guys. Give me a subscribe. We are going to lose 100K. I think it's very realistic. I think 93K is also very realistic. I can absolutely see us touching that. We have, which is our next fib resistance. We have a resistance at 91 or roughly 92, which I can absolutely see us touching as well. And I would not even be surprised if we come down to touch 86 or 82. I think that's very realistic. Unfortunately, as you can see, this MACD is still way overextended. Yeah, signal line is once again crossed over MACD line. We're dropping below the zero line here. Not looking good. We are way over the EMAs. Not looking good. And we're probably going to drop between this range too. My honest guess, I can totally see 86K. I can see that. What do you think about Link? Yeah. Are we going to top 10? Let me look at that in just a second. Let's hit Ethereum and let's hit Solana really quick, and then we'll hit Link. Ethereum is looking, I would say, a little bit scarier. The first thing I notice immediately is this double top pattern, which is a bearish sign. If we take a look at the MACD, again, we see this. I'm still on my paintbrush. We can see, and yeah, market is dropping right now. Wow. we can see that we are way overextended. Signal line's over MACD line, bad sign. We're way over this baseline. Again, bad sign. Not good. We've just lost the 20-day EMA, and we are heading towards this 56 first fib level. So, are we going to bounce off? Are we going to bounce off 3,600? It's possible. Most likely, we've got this stronger resistance here at 3,400. I think that's probably more realistic. I think we absolutely can hit 3,600. And if we lose that, I really don't expect to get under 3,100 or 3,000 for Ethereum. But yes, we do have some downside, it looks like, coming for Ethereum. Let's take a look at Solana. So Solana is looking different than the other two. Same with, I made a couple of videos on this. This is looking a little bit different than the other two because it looks like it's been correcting for a little bit of a while now. And I think it probably has a little bit less to lose. So I think this one probably won't get hit as hard, actually. This is looking like, yeah, we're probably going to drop under this baseline level like the signal line already did. And I expect a pretty strong run for Solana after signal line crosses, or rather, MACD line crosses over signal line under this 0 level. I think Solana can actually run pretty hard. It probably needs a little bit more chop. I can even see it hitting, it's at 210 right now. Yeah, I think anywhere around 190, I can see that being a realistic possibility. I think if you can buy between 180 to 190, that's an insane deal that you got. If you can buy under 200, that's an insane deal. And if you can buy low 200s, I think that's also a good Solana price. I think even right now it's decent. I really do. I think if you buy now, this is a decent price. But I will personally be trying to do a little bit better. Okay. Georgie, let's hit Link for you. Okay, Link has, it took a while, okay? It took a while for its move, but it finally is doing a little bit better. Now, Georgie, I got some bad news for you. I'm sorry, bud. But the first thing that I'm immediately seeing, and why don't I turn these off for 1 second, is just looking at this chart and just looking at these momentum indicators. Let's just keep it simple. This purple line, when price is over this purple line, that is like a sell signal. And when you're way over it like this, that is a strong sell signal. So it looks like to me that we are way over it, and we're now finally just now coming down to touch it. And I definitely can see this heading quite a bit lower. I also want to quickly look at this MACD. Look at how overextended this is. This is super, this is way above the histogram. These bars down here, when it gets way over that, that's a sign that it's way overextended. This is the 0 line down here, and Link is way over this. So it's not even really begun correcting yet. This has a lot more to go on the MACD until it's considered at this more fair value price. So yes, this is TradingView. I'm a little bit scared about about Link. What is this at right now? $25. I would definitely be looking to take a little bit of profit here. Yeah, I don't have a lot of Chainlink. I've got very little of it. So I mean, I'm just gonna leave it. I have like very little. But if you have like a real amount, then I would be taking profit. Of course, nothing I say is financial advice. I have to say that I said it earlier, but that's not going to make it into the video. By the way, if you've made it this far, make sure to subscribe. Make sure to like the video. Guys, we're going to keep looking at more coins, but I just got to say this for the YouTube guys. And make sure to join the Discord link in the description. We have this awesome AI trading assistant with massive upgrades coming to it that you don't want to miss. It will help you immensely. So make sure to join the Discord link in the description. Now, if anyone else has any other coins, we can quickly take a look at those. And then I got to go sell some crypto. We can also take a look at these total market caps to get an idea of how overbought are we, how long or how brutal is this cool off period going to be. And let's start by looking at the global market cap. And this global market cap is every single cryptocurrency combined. And yeah, we have just set, funny enough, we are actually, because of Bitcoin, still setting higher lows, higher highs. But based on the action that we are seeing, it looks like this will not continue. And another reason I say that is not only are we over the 20-day EMA, this MACD is way overextended and momentum is increasing. I wish there was a way we could just zoom in on the histogram here. But it looks like we definitely have more coming down to do. And before, I was a little bit unsure whether we're going to get chop and wait for these momentum indicators to catch up rather than us go meet them, or if we were going to dip into them and then quickly kind of stabilize there. But after today, I'm growing increasingly concerned that no, we are not just going to chop sideways in this like boring range. Nothing happens for a month or two. I'm starting to worry a little bit that we are going to get some downward momentum. So where can this go? I think it's probably less useful to look at like global market caps to see what kind of support or resistance levels are there. It's probably makes more sense to look at specific coins. So this can definitely drop, but I'll keep you guys updated, but I don't want to look specifically at what levels for the total market cap. Let's just look at the market cap of Total 2, and this is every single cryptocurrency except Bitcoin. So this is Bitcoin, Ethereum, Solana, and a bunch of other stuff. Guys, if you're just tuning in now, thanks for being here. Make sure to subscribe, and if you have a coin you want us to look at, drop that in the comments. This has just set a clear lower high. And this is scaring me a little bit. Yeah, we'll take a look at Lido. Yeah, this is not good. And it looks like we are now going to be setting a lower low soon, but maybe not. And I have to be honest that this looks, while this is overbought, this looks better to me than the total market cap. And that's because not only are we breaking under this 20-day EMA, it looks like we've already had a little bit of correcting on the MACD near Jupiter. Yep, we can take a look at all of those. I can tell you right now that I think Jupiter, I don't like Jupiter. I can just tell you that right now, but we'll take a look at it. So this is just like a problem, and momentum is increasing on the histogram. Again, not good sign. And also on some of these prior coins, we were way overextended. Like for example, we're up here, and at least this has come down a little bit. So, okay, so yeah, this still has more to come down, but maybe less pain compared to total market cap like Bitcoin. Maybe a little less, maybe not. But from what I'm looking at, let me get rid of this little white dot. This is probably a little bit more fairly valued. Let's take a look at Total 3. Let's skip Total 3 and go straight to others, because others excludes everything, including don't be scared, a buying opportunity is coming. Oh yeah, absolutely. You're totally right. Let me clarify this. On the longer term time frames, everything is looking amazing. Crypto is looking totally amazing. I'm just specifically talking about like the next few weeks, maybe next month. So if you're in here for the long run, this is looking like an amazingly strong market. We have way higher to go. But in the immediate short term, if you're trying to swing trade this and try to, compound your earnings a little bit, which is, I think this is what, most people should be striving for if you're in the market. And of course, that's not financial advice. That's just a personal opinion. So if that's what you're trying to do, I'm just trying to make you aware of current market conditions. But yeah, just the short term. This also is looking a little bit better than actually the previous two. So it looks like altcoins have been hit pretty hard a little bit. They started correcting a while ago already. So Bitcoin and maybe Ethereum and some of these other top coins still have some more correcting to do in relation to smaller altcoins, because altcoins have already started correcting. I can also take a look at more of these charts to see. We'll look at these more specific indicators when we get to specific coins, actually. This I can see going a little bit deeper. I think it definitely has a little bit deeper to go, and I think we will get an amazing buying opportunity. However, and same with MACD, momentum's increasing, but so we still have a little bit more correcting to do, but not a ton more correcting to do, and we may actually get some pretty good deals on these altcoins quite soon. Also, altcoins tend to correct faster. They bleed harder than Bitcoin does. So we may get into these like fair value territories quite quickly. It's totally possible. So there's that, which is great. Now let's take a look at some of your guys' specific coins. And by the way, if you are not watching this live, if you're watching this on YouTube after the fact, make sure to subscribe and turn notifications on so that you can join us for the next live, and suggest your coins. Also, make sure to join our Discord, because then you can just suggest your coins there, and then we can talk more specifically about your coins. So first, we have to take a look at Lido. I don't think I have it here right off the bat. Okay. This is looking... Okay, let's take a look. So this definitely has a little bit of correcting to do. I'm going to zoom out on this a little bit to get a clearer picture of what I'm looking at and how old this coin is. So this is one of those... I don't want to call it a dino coin if it launched in the bear market. So, okay. This is the liquid staking token, if I remember correctly. I wish I could turn RSI on. Will this work with me? Yes, it will work with me. Great. This is showing some choppy action. You know, a lot of up and down, making it kind of unclear. But let's take a look. Let's zoom in a little bit, and let's get a clear picture of what's happening. So, okay, so we are over this 20-day EMA, but what's scaring me is that this 200-day EMA is kind of, it's crossed above the 100-day, and it's looking like it wants to cross over the 50-day, which is generally a bad sign. It's something that you don't want to see. And what's interesting is that this has also painted a higher high, and this was a lower low. This is an ugly lower low. This makes me think that there's a lot of sell pressure, which scares me. And this is a higher low. So this is looking unclear. It's got some strong tendencies, some weak tendencies. I'm kind of concerned about selling pressure. I think maybe this might do well in the short term right now. Like I could totally see this actually maybe doing a little bit better like this, if that happens. But I think long term that other coins are going to outperform this. Another thing that I noticed that I want to mention is that this last run up was way, way too strong. So we definitely have a lot of correcting to do. So I could see this, okay, coming down and then maybe having like a short term rally and then coming down. Like this is just chopping really, really hard, making it kind of difficult to know what to do with this coin. There's probably sell pressure because this launched in the bear market and because this has had so much chop. Because this has had so much chop during these periods, there's probably a lot of bag holders. So a lot of people that lost money on this crash here, and so this crash, so that they're looking to exit. So anytime the price goes up a little bit, they're like, oh, here's my exit opportunity. And so then you get these like really ugly deep wicks. Then at the same time, there's people that do want to buy it, which is driving its price up. Okay. But in the immediate short term, it has a lot of correcting to do. all that being said, has a lot of correcting to do in the immediate short term. We have to have price come down under to the zero line. Once we're under the baseline, then maybe we can start looking into picking up more of this coin. Also, yeah, this is showing a bearish trend right now with strong momentum, which is scary. RSI is looking okay. If you're looking to pick this coin up, I think maybe a good range could be, and again, none of this is financial advice. Hard to tell. If we have to correct more, I could see this touching $1.70. I think that's probably a decent range to pick some up. And if it drops under that, anything under $1.50 is like a steal. I would grab that right away. Yeah. Okay. Let's take a look at this next coin. What was the next coin? I think it was Near. We have got Near and Jupiter. I know Near is right here. Yeah, this is that AI coin. Yeah. Near, let me turn on some of this stuff. Near is looking really good. It's had some short-term difficulty kind of getting up, but this has kind of led to it not getting as, and guys, I see your comments. I'm gonna get to it in just 1 second. This has kind of led to it, this difficulty getting up has led to it from becoming way too overvalued. So I think Near is actually approaching a good buy zone. I gotta be honest. It did jump over, had this really strong run in very early December. Had this strong run. It got to $8.25. Now it's at under $6, actually. I do really think that roughly here is a good buy zone. If we take a look at the MACD, it's basically done correct. It has a little bit more to do. But again, a lot of these indicators are like up here versus now the lines are very close to baseline here. So yeah, I think this does have a little bit more correcting to do. Yeah, even RSI is under the 50 mark. But I think, I think this is a pretty good looking coin to enter in on soon. If you want some more specific levels, honestly, anything under 550 looks great. Let's get some specific stuff going. Anything under 550 looks great. If we lose 550, which it doesn't look like we really will. Next, like, strong point is like 450. So there's a lot of resistance from like 550 to like 530. And that is, I don't even know if it'll lose that. It totally might, because I don't know how necessarily deep this correction will be. Hopefully it won't hit Near as hard. But if we do lose 530 and we end up tumbling down to $5 or less, then anything between like $5 and $4.50 is like it's a steal. That's like an instant pickup for me. Yeah, maybe I'll grab some. Okay, what's next? We have Jupiter. That's right. Ugh, ugly coin. Although it's doing a little bit better than it was like a few months ago. Yes, the coin that doesn't ever pump. Everyone's favorite coin that everyone on social media told you to buy, even though it was garbage, and then they all sold on you. Okay. I'll just stick to TA. I could do some fundamentals. Okay. Tell you what. I'll show you something. I'll show you something right now. Check this out. This is our Discord, by the way. /info Jupiter. Okay. Just if you take a look at its tokenomics, right here, it gets a rating of poor, score 14 out of 100. Jupiter has poor tokenomics. This indicates Jupiter has to fight a lot of selling pressure, and this is considered a red flag. And oh, look at that. It has like never pumped. It launched, pumped, like all these influencers were like, oh, buy this new amazing DEX on Solana. And then you did, and then they dumped on you, and now you're hoping, you're like, oh, I can't wait until it pumps again. I have a whole video talking about why I hate Jupiter, actually. and I still believe everything I said from that. Jupiter looks terrible. Oh man, is Bitcoin? Okay, no, I thought Bitcoin lost 100K for a second. If you're going to buy Jupiter, might as well do it now. It can't go much lower. Okay, but yeah, I mean, it's literally at the bottom fib level. I can't even, I don't know how to look at this chart. MACD is like, oh, this is terrible. Strong downward momentum. Look at this. The good news is you're going to have a buy opportunity and make a little bit of your money back quite soon. Probably only a few days, honestly. There will be this whole correction. Jupiter will probably get hit a little bit, not too hard. Yeah, it's hard to hit Jupiter any harder. And then you can buy a little bit and it'll probably pump. So I'm sorry. I hate Jupiter. But I don't know. Everything's already horribly bearish here. I don't know how much worse it can get. Right? What am I looking? Yeah, I'm at Jupiter. Yeah. Okay. We've got for Bitcoin to drop to 5K. Villano said, "I'm waiting for Bitcoin to drop to 5K so I can pick up a few soon. You'll have your chance." Grayscale launched Lido as an investment fund. Did it really? It is very linked to ETH. Yeah, I know. If the SEC changes the ETF staking rules, I think we could see a good run. Yeah, I mean, if Ethereum does well, all Ethereum beta plays do well. If there's a fund for Lido, then of course Lido will do well. But we have to see like more concrete stuff. By the way, I'm looking down because this is where my comments are. If you look at ETH over BTC and I think that was Lido over BTC, they are similar. So I think if ETH outperforms ETC, Ethereum Classic, I think you meant ETH, Ethereum, hopefully Lido will do even better. Yeah, possible. It's totally possible. Yeah. I think generally like a Ethereum beta plays will do better than Ethereum. So if you expect Ethereum, if you're like an Ethereum bull, you think Ethereum will do great, then yeah, I mean, it makes sense to pick up some Lido and hope it outperforms. Can you do render? We've got render and fetch or ASI. No, let's do render. And then maybe, if you guys have any more coins, go ahead and drop them because we've got a couple people now tuning in. Guys, if you're just tuning in, make sure to subscribe and like the video. Okay. We'll do render and fetch and maybe stop after that so I can go sell my crypto. No, so I can go upload this. I need to chop it down a little bit. And okay, I'm just kind of stalling a little bit to see if anyone else has any other coins they want to go over. Let's take a look at render and fetch. Okay. Let me take a look. Yeah, it had this great run. Render did amazing in early March and February. Really, really good to see. And render is again looking incredibly strong. So yay, love to see that. Let's see how much render jumped. Render jumped 185%. Did it really? That's nuts. Yeah, render is looking immensely strong. And it looked like its correction already began a couple weeks ago, actually. So yeah, altcoins have been correcting for quite a while already. They've been ahead of the curve. Dropped under 50 on RSI. MACD is, it didn't even get that overextended. It did a little bit, but it is now coming down to correct, and it's correcting very, very quickly. Very strong downward momentum, I gotta say. A lot of strong downward momentum, and it has more to continue. Right now, it's at 50-day EMA. If you are looking to pick up render, let's see. I think, it just touched the, what is this? I wish this were labeled, which fib level this is. What is this? Probably like 0.683 or something, the fib level, but this is not labeled. Might have to get a new indicator. Yeah, I could see it losing this. I think it has to probably drop a little bit more. I think it's already under $8. I think something realistic is like $6.90. there seems to be a lot of support here. This is like a support level, and it's got a support level on the fib retracement indicator. So I think this has a little bit more to go, but not a lot. Let's see how much that is. Render has maybe from current price, not from where it wicked. It has maybe another 13% to drop. Of course, I could be totally wrong. Everything could like just crash and explode because Fed got a little bit bearish for 2025 today. But I'm trying to be realistic, and I think, anywhere around $6.87 would be a really good purchase. Let's take a look at ASI. I know they got absolutely demolished after they tried integrating with PAL AI. They did their whole ASI merger, which was like kind of sus, kind of a little bit weird. And then they tried to also merge with PAL, and then everyone's like, you suck, ASI. And then they're like, oh, okay, we undo. They hit the undo button, and they're like, oh, PAL, get out of here. Please save my price. So maybe it worked. Let's take a look. By the way, if you're just now tuning in, make sure to subscribe. Make sure to like the video. If you're watching this on YouTube, sorry I'm saying it so often. I'm recording this live, and I've got new people tuning in, so I gotta spam that emote. Okay, let's take a look at Fetch. So the immediate thing that I note is that it had tremendous strength in February to March, early 2024, tremendous strength, and its movements since then have definitely been weaker. It like lost strength or something in the middle of the year. Maybe because like a lot of similar projects launched, like Virtuals, and I know there's a few others. I can't remember off the top of my head. So there's like a bit more competition. So maybe that's what's stealing this momentum. But then again, those also aren't listed on Coinbase, and Fetch is. So who knows? But just looking at it from a purely technical analysis standpoint, this is already hurting a little bit. It's already down like a lot from its top wick. Let me take a look. Yeah, it's already down like 30%. So, and if we take a look at its MACD, this is also like obviously it still has more to correct. Everything is going to correct. Everything is going to go down. But I think Fetch will go down less in relation to some of these other overbought coins because these MACD lines are almost at the zero line again, and it's already like corrected quite a lot. So this is another one of those coins. It looks like there's a pattern with these AI coins actually, and it looks like the pattern is that they're all kind of correcting a little bit early. They've all kind of been correcting here. So, okay. This is, where can it go? I can totally see it dropping to $1.30, $1.35 roughly, $1.37. Totally realistic. If we lose $1.37, I really don't expect to lose $1.30. If we lose $1.30, then I guess you're going to $1.10. From current price, the next support line is about a 6% drop. That's to $1.37. After that, it's an 11% drop to $1.30. And if you also lose that, it's a 25% drop to $1.10 from here. Guys, if you're just tuning in now, feel free to drop your coin in the chat. We're just taking a look at some coins after this FOMC meeting. Make sure to join our Discord. Make sure to subscribe. You don't get personal info like this from anyone else. Only Crypto Nerd. Subscribe to Crypto Nerd. And we have Brett as the last coin in chat. So Brett, I do have here. That is the biggest meme coin on Base. Why can't I find it? Here it is. Okay. Brett is looking incredibly strong. I think you can just eyeball this chart and see a very, very clear, hard to miss, even if you don't know anything. Higher high, higher low, higher high, and so far a higher low. So it's a very new coin. It launched only a few months ago, 6 months ago. There's not a ton to look at, but from what we can see already, this is definitely looking very, very strong. I know about this coin, so I'm going to tell you some info that's not purely technical analysis, but for just a moment, let's go and look at it. It has corrected a lot. It's actually dropped a lot. It's the MACD line is actually under 0, so that's good. I mean, that might mean that it's kind of looking for a bounce soon. I think something like right now it's at 14.5 cents. I think it's got a decently strong resistance, or rather support here at like 13 cents. So yeah, and paired with the MACD, it doesn't look like it has a whole lot more to drop. RSI is showing not a whole lot more to drop. If you want more specific levels, let's take a look at this stuff. I could see something like, okay, can you please load in? It takes a long time to load because it's like forget the term. It's not lightweight. It's like a heavy indicator. Okay, what if I move this? Please load. Are you really gonna make me paint it myself? You gotta make me paint it myself. What is this? Okay. Fine, I'll do it. Fine, I'll do it myself. Yeah, and this is actually like the exact same thing that we were talking about. There's this like support here at 0.618 level is 13.7, roughly 13 cents. Next support is going to be at 11 cents. So I guess if we lose the 13-cent level, so that would be like an 8% drop, which is actually more than I thought. So maybe Brett has like 8% more to go. If we lose that, then we're dropping 25% to probably 11 cents. And that's where I'd be looking to pick some up more if we can get that. Ah, curse you, AutoFib. You made me have to do it myself. So yeah, I think it doesn't have a ton more dropping to do in relation to other altcoins. I think this one's looking decently strong. There is something I want to caution you against, though. I know Brett is like the biggest meme coin on Base right now, and it was super, super popular like a month ago. But, I mean, it's competing against stuff like Pepe and Mog and Ski Mask Dog. Do I not have that here? What's wrong with me? And the reason that I think something like Mog is a better bet than Brett now is because Coinbase listed Mog. All of your friends can go buy Mog through Coinbase. They don't have to use, Coinbase Wallet or MetaMask or whatever you're using. I think in the long run, Mog is just going to like very clearly outperform Brett. So if you're a Brett holder, this is what I did personally. I scaled out of Brett a little bit and I bought more Mog. So yeah. Also, Mog is a cat. Ski Mask Dog is a dog. And what is Brett? Like, who knows? Can you hear me still? Why is my mic sounding weird? Hello, hello? Can you hear me? What is going on with my technology today? I hate technology. Unless it's decentralized, then I don't. Okay. Okay, I think that's better. Okay, are there any other coins that anybody wants to suggest that we could take a quick look at? And guys, highly, highly suggest you join the Discord and follow me on Twitter. It's just so much easier for me to communicate on there. And if not, I'll just go ahead and end the stream now. And I'm going to chop this down into a YouTube video and upload this for the people that aren't going to be watching this live. Any other coins? Going once, going twice. Subscribe to Crypto Nerd.